Hey everyone, Jordan Meyer, Wholesome Family Farms. Okay, trying to navigate all this while not freezing my hand off. I think we have about 9 below zero here this morning. Just figured I'd show you what we got going on. We got the does and the ewes here together. And can't forget about Skipper. Hey, Pooch. Yep, good Skipper, good dog. But here's our bulk tank. I don't think I've ever shown you guys this whole setup before. So this is our old milk tank from the dairy. It had a freon leak, so we were losing our ability to cool the milk in this tank. So we scrapped it and it sat there, and I've been meaning to make it out of a water hauler, and I did. So what I do is I fill it up, basically the amount that they need in a day, and haul it out here and fill the tank up pretty full, and then I literally just let the thing drip the rest of the day. But a nice thing about this tank here is it's insulated. So I guess the whole deal behind that, you know, is to keep the milk cool, but in this case, keep the water warm. So the water that I'm using here is actually plate cooler water that we use to cool our milk. So as the milk is going into the other bulk tank we have, it's running through a plate cooler, and we use the water to cool it in those small plates. It's basically like a radiator. You know, the way you cool a car off, you run your antifreeze through a radiator, and then running it through all those little fins, you know, the air cools it and whatnot. But in this case, you know, we use cold water going through all of that, and then have the milk go beside those plates, and then that's how that gets cooled. But in this case, then we get warm water out of the deal. So I broke the ice out of this thing and filled it up, and now I'm letting it trickle the rest of the day. And yeah, things are doing good. I got a feeder here that's kind of a little spare. I put a bale in there, and then I unroll all of the rest of the bales here. So I gave him 4 bales yesterday, and I guess yeah, it's working out pretty good. I got them tucked in the woods there. I rolled them out quite a ways in the woods, but they're all content and happy. They come up and get the water when they need it. And yeah, now we're gonna go get some bales, and we're gonna go over to the other farm where the beef cattle are and feed all those guys. So stay tuned. Yeah, we only got about 4 bales left out here for the sheep, and I guess basically I don't know if I'll haul more dry bales out here or not. There's actually a bag of haylage at home. We had so much hay we put up this year, we're not going to use that, because that's literally hay from 2024, and it's 2025 going into 2026 now, because it's December 4th today. So I'm going to take one of our old chopper boxes, fix the apron up on the bottom of that so it works again, take the roof off, and then I'm going to load the hay from the bag and dump it over top of the wagon where the roof would have been, and then I'm going to haul it out here and just put it in windrows for them to all eat off of. But feeding silage, it's just like silage bales, except for it's chopped up nice. And one thing I've noticed with sheep, they're so picky, and well, goats too, you know, their mouths move 100 miles an hour, and they can select all the good leaves and everything out of there. So like when you feed hay bales like the way we're doing, they literally root through it, and they pick up every little last leaf out of there, and then you got a bunch of stems left, and then they're kind of like, yeah, I don't much care for that. So then not really utilizing all of it. Granted, yeah, you can feed the soil with it and whatnot, but yeah, you know, it's never waste or whatever. But you know, when you're looking at the pocketbook side of things, you know, you don't really want to be putting out expensive hay just to have it be wasted, so to speak. But yeah, I guess it all kind of depends on what you're paying for the hay and what your pocketbook allows and that type of deal. So me personally, in the stage I'm at, I'd rather put more into the sheep than onto the soil. So I have donated a ton to the soil, which I still do technically, but I don't know, that's where I'm at with it. And then that haylage, that first crop, you know, getting back to how you get the stemmy part of it and whatnot, when you chop it up in 3-inch long stuff, they go through and they eat all of it. And then when it's put into the bag like that at a higher moisture and it's fermented instead of dry, the vitamin A and all the other vitamins in that feed is a lot better too. So that's kind of nice to have good feed like that for them when they're in the dead heart of winter and whatnot. But yeah, it'll be interesting feeding it. I haven't fed strictly hay or haylage like that to the sheep. I've done baleage plenty, but not haylage. So it'll be interesting, but it'll be nice too, though, I think, because I can literally load the wagon up and then go out to their paddock and then just start unloading it all in a row, and then I'll be all done. So honestly, it might even be faster doing that than feeding bales, and then I'm not going to have to worry about like opening up the bales when a sheep are all surrounding me and everything. You know, when you have a huge flock of sheep like that, it's kind of hard to drive around. And I don't know if you've seen on the video or not, there was actually a sheep, unfortunately, in that paddock that I accidentally ran over. So did it in the dark. I went to a soil health conference and had to get going and whatnot. I didn't even know what happened until after the whole thing was over with, but that's where it would pay to have an extra paddock to put the sheep into before you feed them too, so then they're not bothering you and whatnot. But it's all part of it. Stay tuned. I figured I'd show you this too. So they got out the other day. One of our stakes on our netting broke, and yeah, they went out grazing our hay fields, which is fine. Forgot to, before we go, we got to feed the jerseys a couple scoops of haylage as well. Got to get the grass milk. Yeah, and below 0 days, it always puts off a little bit of steam, warm air from the silage in there. I assure you, this this feed is not moldy. So, because if it's moldy, then it really steams. But no, this is good stuff here. Dumped a little dribble off for the horse Sage. She would have been in over there with the Jersey cows, but Rochelle couldn't catch her the other day, so we have to literally, I'll probably move her whenever I get around to it. Because we got the other horses in here. We got Max right there, and then Pony right there. That's Natalie's horse. And with these girls right now. And we got a couple bull calves there that we'll probably end up selling, but we just castrated them, so we're waiting for that to get better. There, they should be set. Good to go. These two heifers here are just fresh, not very far into their lactation. Yeah, I guess we're just kind of slowly building the grass herd, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully I have plans someday in the future to expand it a little bit more, I guess. I don't know. I really enjoy doing the grass milk thing, for sure. We sell raw milk off the farm right now, but it'd be nice to scale it and sell it to like Organic Valley or somewhere like that. Definitely is nice and chilly out today though, but it ain't too bad if you're out of the wind. The sun is nice, but it was, yeah, a good 9 below 0 this morning. Yeah, so some of these girls will actually be calving the beginning of June, which that'll be nice, calving on grass. And then the rest of these girls are AI bred, and they're due March 26th and 27th. So I'm gonna try and sell all those girls off. And that's an old broken mouth cow that I bought from last year. Still got a calf on her too, so she's doing pretty good. There's another cow. Heifers. They're looking like cows now though. They're getting the bellies on them. You can see the calves in there. Looking really good. They're dandies. It'd be nice to keep them all, but I guess I got too much going on to calve in the March like that. But some of these calves are dandies too from this last year, which is pretty cool. Yeah, they look super, super nice. Well, I forgot to do a final closing out on the video there, but now we're off to get another load of bales for the sheep again. So hoping this will be the last load of bales I'll need to get for them for a little while, and hoping to be able to feed the haylage out of the chopper box, but that's time dependent and got to be able to make time to fix that thing. So chores take so long nowadays. The cold and snow, it just makes everything take way longer, but it's all part of living in Minnesota. we all make a choice every day to live where we live. We can always pack up and move if we really wanted to. So, but with that, I'm gonna let you guys all go, and I'll see you on the next one. I need to do more of these, so hope to see you soon. Take care. God bless.